Next time you go on the treadmill, it's going to happen again. Rinse and repeat. Can't stress the importance of food, okay? If you're watching what you eat even, 6 small meals a day every 2 hours from the moment you wake up. Okay? As well, all the way to the point that you're sleeping, really. There's no scientific study that proves that time when you eat just before bed affects weight. Okay? Look it up, be knowledgeable, do the research yourself, check it out. Okay? So like I was saying before, you want to use your fats for fuel, okay? Basically, we need a lot of oxygen, okay? Oxygen is needed to burn fat. So, think about that. You're on that treadmill again, okay? Now let's say you got your nutrition right, you got your protein right, you're running on that treadmill. If you're insanely out of breath, guess what, y'all? You're not doing it right. You're overtraining. You gotta work at your pace, you gotta work at your level, you gotta take it step by step. Okay? If at first you go out there and you say, you know what, I'm gonna run for 5 minutes, light pace jog. You should be able to talk. You should be able to yawn. Okay? You should be able to sing without getting out of breath. The faster a pace you can move and do all these perfectly, the better your aerobic base is, okay? That's a real rudimentary, simple way of testing your aerobic base. Your aerobic base is your endurance, y'all, okay? It's your heart recovery rate. So basically, for those of you who know how to check your pulse, for my EMTs out there, and for those of you who just know how to check your pulse, okay, an aerobic base, excuse me for looking down constantly, I just have a whole bunch of footnotes here that I want to try to hit on. For heart recovery, basically what you want to do is when you're on that treadmill, you can use that little heart rate monitor on there. Okay? You see where your base heart rate is. Walking at a steady pace, put that maybe at a 3 or a 3.5. That's where I like to put as a nice steady walk. See what your baseline heart rate is. Then, for 30 seconds, what I would do is I would do a maxed out run. Just 30 seconds. Anything over, you're going to kill yourself, and that's anybody. Okay, you don't want to run more than 30 seconds at your max speed. I'm going to emphasize this one more time. Do not run longer than 30 seconds at your max rate per burst. Alright? As soon as that's done, check your heart rate. See where your heart rate's at. And then watch it as it goes down. Basically, in order to be at a strong aerobic base, you want your heart rate to drop from its highest point back down to its baseline. Now don't stop dead. Go back to that 3.5 walk. Okay? After that max. You want it to drop 30 beats within the next 55 seconds. If your body can comfortably digress back to a steady heart pace, 30 beats per second, slower, within the next 55 seconds, you are at a strong aerobic base. Alright? I myself, I'm training that. I'm about halfway there. My heart rate will drop about 10 to 15 beats, not the full 30. So, it's said that it takes about 3 months of strong conditioning in order to get your body just at that level, okay? A good heart recovery exercise that y'all can do, long duration cardio, okay? You're going to run on that treadmill. Once again, take that, I say, to about if you feel you're not in the best of shape, take that to a 5. If you feel you're in decent shape, take that to a 6.5, I'd say. And just run it out. Okay? And just keep that baseline. Just keep that going. Work that out, work that out, work that out, okay? And I'd say do it for 30 minutes a day. Now, this is through research. This isn't just me pulling shit out my ass. I just want you guys to know that, okay? This is through research. They say to do it at least 30 minutes at that slow and steady pace when you begin. You know what I mean? Don't overexert yourself. If you think you could do a 6 and a 6.5 in your run and you don't realize that, all of a sudden, you're doing it wrong. You want to be able to run. You want to get that single bead, that little beads of sweat coming down. That's perfect, you know. That's exactly what you're looking for, okay? So guys, keep it to that, okay? I just want to say this. Fighting in itself is not cardio. It is not a cardiovascular exercise at all. Alright? It's an aerobic exercise. You're not getting your cardio, you're not getting your cardio right. You're you know what I'm saying? By working out with the paddle or sword. Okay? Walking, elliptical, stationary bike, jogging. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Alright? And the reason why it's not a cardiovascular exercise, it's an aerobic exercise, it's because of the high demand of energy that we use when we fight, y'all. This is why we need to stay constantly hydrated. I can't emphasize that enough. Constantly hydrated. Okay? It doesn't have time to burn fat. It's not going to burn fat. We are not going to burn fat working out. Quite frankly, that's why you can have some big brothers out there fighting. And they're fighting like champs. It's because that aspect of the game, it's all based on your aerobic exercise, you know, your aerobic. It's based on different aspects, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to lose weight by it. You're not going to tone up by it. You're not going to build a good aerobic base off of it. Alright? Aerobic base is key. Okay? Aerobic base is key. You don't really need to worry about where your heart rate's at. Okay? Don't give yourself a fucking heart attack. But you don't have to necessarily worry about where it's at, per se. Just monitor it, alright? And for those of you who feel you do have a really good aerobic base, or you feel, you know, like me, I feel like I'm mid-grade right now. So what I've learned is interval training, alright? So check out these numbers. This is what we're going to do. For 3 minutes, we're going to be at our lowest rate. So that's a walk, 3.5 on the elliptical, okay? As soon as that's done, 2 minutes, a light jog. That should be around the 5, okay? 5.0. Then you do 1 minute of a fast jog. That's 6.5. Then for another minute after that, jump it up to an 8 and do a run at 8. And then only for 30 seconds, only for 30 fucking seconds, I want you to run it out max. As soon as that's done, drop back down to 3.5, check your aerobic base, see where you're at. Okay? And then do it again. I'm just seeing where I'm at for time here. Alright, I think that's all I got for time right now. Alright, I'm going to do another video, and I'm going to speak about certain exercises that you guys can hit up. So once again, this is Hassan ibn al-Malik of the Eastern Fighter saying thank you guys for watching.